Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to episode 43 of our Solo World playthrough with no mods on update 11. We are. Not much happened in between the last episode and this. Yeah, so we will be going into placing our. I did make this room, so we do have the room to put the sawmill. So let's go ahead and place that. Now, what we need to do is go ahead and clean that one and clean that one. So that now it's inside the room. Power, it does have the supplies sitting there from up above, so it is within range of our windmill. It is an advanced module. Storage wise, we need to move this one to the top and go ahead and put both of those there. We need to move this one to the top. And I think we're going to move this one as well up here. I don't know of anything else at the moment. So let's take a look at our sawmill. We have bookshelves from Carpentry 4. Problem is we'll need paper production, which we haven't done the book. We got wood boards, and we have lumber tag. We will make some of those for our living room because it is a living room item. Gives 5 value, and we can store the books on it. Lumber, we get 2 lumber for 2 nails, half a flax seed oil, and 10 wooden boards. So it's going to take a bit, but we'll get there. Different styles of wood, hardwood, softwood, which all that does is change the board that you actually need. That's just a style. Street blueprint, wherever that is. Oh, it's a specialty item. So I ain't gonna worry about that. But you have lumber bench, lumber chair, lumber stockpile. This is the small one. This is the 9 by 9 by 10 or 10 by 10 by 9. And then we have the machinist table that we'll need to make for mechanics. We got particle boards, which are using wood pulp, 5 wood pulp to make a board. or we have 3 boards right here for 2 wood, which is actually still worse than what we could do right now over here, because this is half a board, so it'd be 1.5 for 3. So until we get modules to at least a quarter, the level 2s for 25%, we do not want to be making boards over here. The only way we do it is if we decide to do this and use 5 wood pulp. The storage silo is for vegetables and seeds and fertilizer, plant fiber, I believe. And it's like an ice box. It will add to the freshness factor of any of those. There's the wooden rudder for ships. There's the carpentry advanced module. That's for that could be put into this table and for all the furniture. You got the elevator call post for the wooden elevator, or even for the industrial elevator. You can put it on a certain level and it will stop at that level, or you can call it when you're down there. There's the kitchen that we'll want for cooking. Yeah, the large lumber stockpile, which is the 12 by 12 by 10, which is the one that, or 12 by 12 by 11, which is the one we really will want when we can. There's a lumber dresser, lumber table, another type of shelf. That one's only worth 3, but it doesn't require the paper. We got the wooden fabric bed, which is an upgrade to the one we already have. And then, you know, other lights that require power. This would require 30 electrical power, or 60 electrical. Just like this one require electrical, not mechanical, which is windmills or water wheels. Electrical, which would be any of the other steam engines, or steam generators, solar, the wind turbine, not the windmill, the wind turbine. There's 2 different ones. Or someone I used to know would always say wind turbine, which we always gave him crap about. So right now we got that up. We are not going to worry about it right now, though. What we were going to do, however, is check our table. We have nothing being produced. So far, we've got basic geologies for levels 1 and 4. We need to make our advanced geologies. There's our basic dendrologies. Then we needed metallurgic and gathering, so we have both of those. We then would need culinary, dendrology advanced, and agriculture advanced. So we need 10 of each of those. So if we put 10 of these up, and then we'd go and find 10 of these. Storage, food. I have to make some more food again. Alright, then we are looking at we're still gonna need our wooden hull planks. Which 10 is going to be 40, so we need to make 32. And then here we need to make 7 more geology advanced. And we will need 10 engineering advanced. So that will get us all of the pages that we need for making 10 more basic modules up to level 4. So we need to collect some wood because I believe that's what we need. I'm trying to remember where our carts are. We have one over here that has dirt in it. I think we're still like 6 hours away from these. Where's our other cart? We have one there, one there. There's one there. Up in the trees. Okay, that's tall, that's a short. That's a tall one. Got the one over there, and then we got the one above. So out of curiosity, what is our trees up here? That's 64, 64, 64. Alright, all of those are 64s. 66, 39, these were ones we planted late. 77. Alright, so those got basically 24 hours on them. That's the small cart. Let's go ahead and move that. What we're going to do though is get this flax off of this. We're going to go ahead and pick up this flax, and then the where did I put it? Oh, I know where I took it over to no, there it is, right there. There's the hand plow. So we'll show how to do that. No, we need the sickle. So let's see if we can find our sickle, which is right there. So we need to go repair it. Had to make sure I took the title screen off and I haven't been talking with it on all this time. Storage. Let's go ahead and put these in here and then go like this, and that's repaired. Alright, so let's go up and get our flax. These original trees we laid down have 35 hours on them. So they've got some time. These have 44. These were the ones that have sprouted up since. They all have about 30 hours, so they're all roughly the same as the 3 that we planted. So let's grab our sickle. 8 flax per plant. There might be a couple that we, so let's go check these ones that we planted. We accidentally took, yep, those are at 4, those are at max, so. So we should have it about right here. There we go, it's maxed out. Just holding down the button and turning the, going with A or D, and turning the camera view. Gotta hold the mouse button and turn at the same time. If you swing it back and forth, A and D, you can usually do 2 rows at once. We're about to get maxed out on our inventory space. So let's go to storage, and wow. Look at that, we haven't even picked up all of them yet, and we've already got 525 or 528. And this is what max gathering does with if we go looking at gathering, here, gathering max level, you get 20% reduction in your modern tools and any sickle or machete. Let's put it that way. The tools of gathering. Bonus yield is 100% of the harvest. So whatever it is base, you get basically double of it, which is why you really don't want to be picking pineapples until you have level 7, because otherwise you're only getting 1 per plant. Now I will get 2 per plant. On top of that, you have 50% less calories when you're doing any of these recipes, and you get the Gathering 5 upgrade. I don't know what this goes in. Oh, it plugs into the pottery table, but what's the pottery table got? Why would it go in there? I don't understand why it would go in there. It had to be something that I don't see. And there's the basic one, which goes into the scritching table. For flax and wool and cotton. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that would be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 times, not quite 7, would have been 140, no, 119. So we probably had like about 110. And we have over 800 flax stems. I think we have enough for a while. So we just keep going back and forth. D, holding down W to go forward, and then going A and D back and forth every tile. Don't go too far with the plow. You will take out the plants that you already have planted. And you know what? Too hungry. So let's find our food. Unfortunately, we don't have the food, so let's... We can't pick up the cart and move it because we ain't got the energy to do it. Come in here, come up. Throw those in there. So out of almost 100 and say 110 plants. Can't pick them all up. Eight shy. Let's move this out. Let's move these down. Alright, and we need our seeds. They're over here. Now we'll go plant them. I'm thinking we're going to go another row. We got plenty of seeds. Move that out of the way, drop it down. Somehow we missed one. Didn't want to go. Maybe it was plant. It was tilled, and we just couldn't tell because of whatever that was. Okay, here we go. Eight. Put the seeds down, keep planting. There we go. Fresh crop of flaxseed up. We'll keep adding to that field. Once these trees are out of here. And honestly, we could come down here and start doing this area down here too. But we're probably going to take some of this dirt out and, you know, bring it over here so that we end up like one level and then another level. So somewhere around right here, we'll come over and dig this up and then split any dirt that's right here into this spot and make a second level of unless wheat. I gotta figure out where wheat grows. So let's check map, world layers, environmental, plant yield. Go down to wheat. I mean, it could grow there, but it grows better out here. This is our tomatoes, so we could put it over here next to the tomatoes, so we have two fields right next to each other. That is our oak trees, I think. No, our oak trees are there. Oh, that would be a different spot. We could put another wheat field right up there. Would you end up having like a, once we level this out, have a road that runs from somewhere here, runs straight over, and then we could go up. Come up along the side, and then run across, and then go across, so we can get to our commerce field that's over here. But this is a really good spot for wheat. We might just put it down here. We level this all out. If we were to take it from right about here, fill in this gap, we could put it right in here. And actually probably bring it up here too. Maybe fill in this and bring it all, have one big massive field of wheat. But that's a plan for another day when we get to the tractor. Let's go back downstairs where we were working originally. Okay, come in here, drop off the wheat. Come back out, drop off the wheat seeds. Alright, so we were looking at needing wood. We weren't going to make that right now. Crushed limestone was halted because of the arrest is disabled. Where was our... wheel? It's not that one, it's this one. Part. Now that one will go. I'll get back to work. Alright, so we're looking at needing 400 raw food and then 200 crop seeds. So if we went to our farmer's table, we do not have a module in it. Farming, we do not have level 7, we only have level 5. So we're going to do Amaritas. We need 200 in total. We're using 0.55. So if we did I think of what we could use. I mean, possibly gonna need some more later. So let's do 0.55 if we need 200, need that, so let's do no, we need 200. 200 seeds would use up 110. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so let's go find ourselves 110 amanitas. So we need 20 here. Added to that, we can move this over to this chest. So that'll make our spores that we need. And then we need to figure out 400 yeah. I said 400, right? Yeah, 400. Look at all these tomatoes that we have. So if we were to move 400 for this way, can we reach that one? No, we cannot. Go here. That works. Now we just need to get dirt, and that would be how many dirt? 50 dirt. So we need 50 dirt in a stockpile, or down here in the stockpile, or down here in the early. 50 dirt. Hey, what do you know? We have a wagon that has dirt in it. Let's go get our wagon. Or I thought it had dirt in it. Oh, it don't. I guess we know what we're doing. Alright, now we need food. Let's take 20 back with us since we're going that way. Damn, how's it already been 40 minutes? I don't feel like I've done anything this episode. I know in the title I said we were going to start lumber, but we don't have the flax whale. So we'll have to see where the flax. Oh, the flax oil's in the mill. We haven't made the mill yet. So I guess I ought to make the mill. I have to bring more wood over here to make more whole planks, because we need 32 more. Alright, time to run back. It's almost set to be able to accept roads. Just a one layer take out. Agricultural will be done, and then it's just a matter of getting a bunch of wood for research is downstairs. Storage. got that. We got that, and now we just need the seeds, which are coming from here. There we go. Yeah, not this one. We're gonna move these up here. Alright. That's better. So, those will be done. Our limestone's being crushed. So we're looking at needing wood for here, which is 200 hewn. And we're gonna need another, I don't know how many for those. So let's go ahead and queue up 200 hewn log. And that means we need 200 dells. Oh, we almost have 200. Alright, so we'll, part of these, the 197 we already have will be left over once we're done, and they will go into the windmills and water wheels again. So we said we need 200. We'll just make 15. Get some more calories back in our belly again. And then after we finish queuing this, we're going to go start food again. So we're down to 3. So agave at 30. Hummus at 30. Corn 30. Mushrooms 30. Tomatoes 30. Alright, so we got 197. This module, we don't have that. We're gonna need another carpentry one, or another log. No, that would be an engineering. For the water wheels and windmills. So we want a basic engineering. So 2.5 minutes, and then we'll queue up the 200 water wheel, or 20 water wheels and 20 windmills that we need. Then we'll figure out what else we need. Speaking of, we got modules in these. No, we do not. Tailoring is at 5, so we can't do anything more than take 3 of these. Throw 1 in there. Throw 1 in there. Throw 1 in there. One and a half minutes. Okay, we gotta figure out what we're gonna do with this stockpile. You're doing that. We don't have any more there. Don't have anything else there. What we need to do is figure out what we want to do with that. Do we have a full stockpile of sand? Yes, we do. Unfortunately, I don't really care. We do 120 in one of these. And 116 in the other. No, 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 wrong one. Once again, almost did copper. Storage is going to... We're not going to put in there. We're not going to put in there. It's not going to go in there. It's not going to go in there. What do we put in there? Alright, well that's done, so let's go to storage and find that module. Go up here to this and put this module in. So this would be read 45, but if we come down here to the water wheel and windmill, they are at 50. So we need to make 20 of them. We don't have any. We need 10. Pages, and there's 2 per. So we need 20. And then we need 20 of these. So we got 95 hewn there. Well, 100. And 150 there, so 250. So we're going to be about 60 hewn logs short. lubricant wise, we need. We got 2 of 2, and we're gonna get 3 left. So that's 35 for that, and another 40 for that. So it's 75 lubricant that we need. So we need 75 lubricant. We're going to get 4 each. So that would be 19. Nope, we gotta do 20. So we got an even amount. 22 tallow. We're also going to go ahead and queue up 20 bisons. So we only really need 11. 20 of the wool of the mediums, and 20 of the woolly, and 20 of the small. So we just need 11 corpses of each, and we will have everything we need. Looks like we might have to go eating some dried fish before long. Let's go eat a serving of dried fish all the way around. Okay, and we'll have to get to tallow at some point. So I guess what the next task I wanted to do is either we go, yeah, I want to dig, I want to go check this out. Oh wait, no, that went all the way down to, that's here. So those stockpiles are here and underneath that one. We don't want to go that way, so yeah, we do want to dig out here. I really didn't want to hit that one. Quickly dig out this to be able to put another stockpile, which we'll have to make because I don't think we have another one made. Dang it. I screwed that up again. Start picking up real quick. We do have an empty stockpile right there that we can throw them into because we sent all that up there to be crushed at one point. Let's get this torn up or cleaned up and get the rest of that limestone down from up above so we can put a stockpile in. Or we just do this and go find the empty one and pick this one up. Up the limestone. Crushed lime. We could go and find our crushed lime and bring it down here. We go like this. We do have this, and we can send it up here to limestone. It empties out that stockpile again. Now that we have crushed lime and sand down here, stockpile. Crushed lime. Send this all the way to the top. Disable. This one. Now we gotta figure out where the glass is gonna go. Glass was going to go, I guess, in this one. So Glassworks is, where's our skill? We don't have it up. So this is going to get us 91 XP per glass. And for Glassworks, we haven't studied the book. That's why we don't see it. Glassworks. Down to here. Study. Bam. Alright, now we can take Glassworks. So now Glassworks, we just have that fresh one here. We need 1875 XP. And we're getting 91 per, so if we do 200. So we do 200 glass. Here we go. Glass is being made. Pours out the hot glass. Cools down. Glass panel. Alright, what I really think I ought to do next is we need to do something in here. We need to change this. We could take all this wood, it's hewn, and save ourselves from having to make any more for the windmills, and change this room up. Or we could actually take part of this and make some lumber and make that into the walls. But we need to make a tier 2 room before long. Might as well do the kitchen so that we can do cooking and baking. And the mill. Speaking of the mill, we haven't made the mill, and I believe that comes out of the bloomery. Does it? No. Where was the mill? Is the mill out of here? Mill. Missing the millstone and the wood. So the wood don't have anymore. We've used it all up. So we need to go get wood. We should be able to cheat it for the mill by using this. Using a shitty burned out millstone to make a mill. Just like we used the used up lubricant and the used up cloth from the windmill to make another windmill. Oh, gotta love it. So all we need is wood. So the question is, where do we go get wood? So I think we have to go a good distance to get wood. Or can we move that into there? Yes, we can. That means we can take this. Let's go check up top again. I don't think we did the spruce. Up, turn, and then up that little one level rise over there. I don't think we did those spruce. That's 96, that's 97, that's 96. Those are almost ready to go. So 93%. So those will be ready about the same time as yeah, we'll just chop these down. Of course we're hungry. I knew it was going to get close. We're missing an agave. Okay. So we'll have to go get some agave. Back up to get trees. Go! Two. Three. Four. Five. This would be 6, which means it's going to be full. Boy, this hour and 20 minutes went by quick. A lot quicker than some of the other episodes. Let's get our sickle out and go get us some agave real quick. That should be enough. $40. I wonder if we could plant agave here. Yeah, we could. I mean, the best spot is around the frickin' river, or on the river. But I think we are going to go ahead and put it right here. So we'll plant some agave here soon. one more cart of wood, since we got trees knocked down, and then I'll call this episode, since we're over an hour and 20 minutes, going on probably about an hour and a half, once I get this cart back down there. So we're doing pretty good. We're getting close to being able to go 4 basic 1s, 4 basic 2s, 4 basic 3s, and 4 basic 4s. The only thing we don't have set up is our 32 pole planks. At the shipyard. I believe we already got 8. I somehow made 8 extra. Spruce is lighter, so we can get a little more in there. So we'll go ahead and chop this one, because this one is basically there. See if we can pick this whole thing up and get it in. And it's going to be more than what we can. 5 or 5 short, so oh well, it's close enough. Probably take, wonder, I almost want to take some of these hewn logs already over there instead of having to craft them. we've got all the wood here. All we'd have to do is take the whole, or the wood ones over. So if we got a, it's going to take 4 per. We have a level 4 module in there. Drops it to 2.2 per whole plank. So if we need 30 would be 66. Do 35. Be 77. So if we take this and go into our empty cart here, we take $80 over. Do. Take whole planks over, or take hewn logs over, and then we'll craft them into the whole planks. So we need 32, so we're going to do 35. Go ahead and queue those up. That's 10 minutes. We're up to 40 crabs. So those will be all set, and we're getting very, very close. Alright, I'm going to call this episode, and I will see everyone back in the next one when we start our modules. Start crafting the 1s and 2s, because the whole planks will be done. Not long after, depending on what I do in between. And then we'll go hunting for meat, so we can get tallow, and then lubricant. And then we'll check on our wood again for water wheels and windmills. But I will see everyone in the next episode. Enjoy your morning, your afternoon, your evening, whatever it happens to be for you. And until next time.